planting the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And even in a simple pose like tabletop, there's a lot that we can attend to, a lot of things to notice that bring us further into our bodies and into the moment. Rather than getting here and thinking, this is easy, I've done it, and like switching off, check in. Are your knees comfortable? If you would like to roll up a blanket and place it under your knees, you can do. There are a few poses on the knees today, so be aware if they are asking for that support. Spread your fingers, not so wide that you're fanning, but just enough to get space between them. And then bend your elbows so the joints become buoyant. This does switch the biceps on. It forces us to use our muscles. And keeping a little bend in your joints also protects them. Now from here, holding like this, look down between your hands. And as you inhale, slowly glide your hips backwards along the whole length of the breath. And then exhale, option to roll forward, tuck your tail and rise up into a cat stretch. So you're on your all fours, breathing out, rounding the spine. As you inhale, neutralize the spine and draw the hips backwards. Like you're going to child's pose, but more of a pouncing animal position. Exhale, grip the mat, keep the elbows a little soft and round to roll forward. For the next 2 rounds of breath, go slow as you can. That's 2 inhales, 2 exhales. Feel the earth beneath you as you connect to it and use it to move your body through space. Notice your breath and follow the breath with movement rather than beginning to breathe once you start moving. Next, inhale, draw those hips all the way back. And as you exhale, walk the hands towards you. You can round your spine here on the way up if that feels good. We'll sit on the heels just for a moment. If this is uncomfortable, again, a blanket under the knees or the hips can really help us here. Next, breath in, rise up on your shins and lift the hands up above the head. Half body stretch. Exhale, stick your bum back, reach the hands forward, and see how slowly you can lower down. When the hands reach the floor, slide them forward. And inhale, keeping the elbows a little bit bent. With a neutral spine this time, glide yourself forward onto your hands and knees. Remember, the elbows are a little bit bent and soft. Now, as you exhale, option to bend the elbows even more and lower your chest down towards the floor. Your bum stays up in the air. You can alternatively go straight to your belly. Inhale, lift, worm or crawl onto your front. Keep the head low to start with. Press the tops of the feet in the earth and plant the hands down beneath your shoulders. Keep breathing. Draw those elbows back. And as you inhale, peel your chest off the ground. We don't want a space lifting, but rather peeling your heart off the ground as if you're stuck to your mat. Hold here, draw the shoulders back. One more inhale in Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Now exhale, slide your right hand forward. Keep the elbows bent. You might want to come onto your right forearm as we roll onto the right side. You're on the outside of the right hip. If you do want to bend your knees here, you can do, that is an option. You can also bring your blanket under the outside of the right hip, as that can be a little uncomfortable sometimes if we're not resting at the right angle. So to set this up, you can stay down or you can come up onto your right hand. Again, there's a bend in the right elbow. This time, allow your right shoulder to drift up towards your ear. Stick the right hip down towards your toes in the opposite direction and get length through the whole right side of the body. Left hand can come down to support you wherever you need it. And I find here it helps to kind of stick your bum back a bit, maybe even bend the knees. Send your heart forward. And as you breathe in, lift your chest. It might not actually lift, but direct it upwards. Now, as we exhale, lower down, climb onto the right forearm first. Roll onto your belly, straighten out your legs. Keep breathing. Hands under the shoulders. Now, inhale, peel your heart up, draw the elbows back for Bhujangasana. And exhale, slide the left hand forward. Maybe the forearm comes down and you roll onto your left side. Again, make any little adjustments or tweaks that make you feel more comfortable and that allow you to open out through your left side. So left shoulder up towards the ear, bend the elbow, bend the knees if you like. As you breathe in, visualize the breath spacing your ribs, making the left side even longer. Take one more inhale. And as we exhale, roll down onto your belly. Maybe using your forearm, arriving back in your baby cobra. As we inhale this time, start to crawl your way back to hands and knees. This could be forearms or pressing up using your hands. Now stacking the hands under the shoulders. Soften the elbows. Inhale. And then exhale, draw your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. Next breath in, rise up slowly. Press the shins into the floor and reach your hands up high. Stand up on the shins. This time as we exhale, weight goes into your left shin. Draw the hands down and step your right foot forward. This may be a step around to the side. You might want to use your hands on the floor to step through. All correct options. Choose the best one for you. Now in this low lunge, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky as you open your heart out. And then exhale, hands down, frame your front foot. No rush to get there, float. And then as you breathe in, slide your right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, draw the hips backwards. Like child's pose, but more like a pouncing animal. This time, as you breathe in, roll yourself forwards, elbows are bent, spine is neutral. Option to keep the heels in towards your bum as you move forward. You can always bring them up after. As we exhale, drop your shoulders and your chest down just as far as you want to go, or maybe all the way. And then inhale, can you slide or worm or lift up your chest and place it down into your cobra pose with your feet still lifted. They don't have to be squeezed right in towards you. Just the action of drawing the feet in will activate the back of your body. So from here, inhale, option to peel the heart up, shine it forward, draw the elbows back. And then as we exhale, move onto the right forearm and roll onto your right side. So this time, try to keep the legs bent, come up onto the right hand and keep that right elbow bent too. Kind of like before, left hand comes down as a support. As you inhale, try to keep the right leg where it is and lift your left knee up. Maybe you hover. Maybe you can draw the knee towards the shoulder and point the toes towards the bottom of the mat. One inhale here, and then exhale, plant the left foot down in front of your right shin. As we breathe in, move towards your legs. Slide your hands up. You're now kind of sitting on your bum rather than the outside of your hip. Bring the left hand down near your left foot, and inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, curl over, maybe towards the bottom of the mat, towards your feet. And take one more breath in, opening out through the right side. Now exhale, slow motion. Lower the right hand, all the way back down to the mat. Slide onto the outside of your right hip. Bring the left hand down in front of you. And then inhale, draw the left knee in towards your shoulder. Exhale, legs back together. Now rolling on the thighs and maybe lowering down to the right forearm. Keep breathing as you move onto your front. Maybe the feet are still drawing in towards your bum. As we inhale, draw the hands back into Cobra pose. And exhale, lower the toes first. And then draw yourself back to child's pose in your own way. Touch down and then inhale, rise up onto your shins. As we exhale, draw the hands down into your heart for just a moment. Closing your eyes or focusing on your fingertips, take a breath or two to feel. Next, inhale, reach the hands up high. And exhale, weight into right shin, draw the hands down and step the left foot up in your own way. Stacking the knee over the left ankle. Next, breath in, reach your arms up high. As you exhale, flip the palms down to the floor. Frame your front foot. And then inhale, slide back to your tabletop. Exhale, neutral spine, drop your hips backwards towards your bum. And then as you inhale, again, neutral spine, draw the heels up with you as you move forward into a tabletop. Now exhale, bend the elbows, option to lower your chest and chin towards the earth, keep the elbows in by your side. And then inhale, lift up your chest or slide or crawl in your own way onto your belly. Squeezing those heels in, plant the hands down under the shoulders. Inhale, peel the heart up, shine it forward. Exhale, you can maintain the lift if you like, or lower back down, completely up to you. Slide the left arm forward and see if you can roll over your thighs, over the left forearm, and then climb up onto your left hand. So we're stacking the feet here again. The thighs are kind of parallel to the long side of the mat and the shins to the short side. And then from here, as you breathe in, lift your right arm up. Exhale, lower the right fingertips down in front of you. Inhale, lift your right knee up, draw it in towards your shoulder. Exhale, keep it here for a moment, or wherever you find yourself. One more breath in. And then exhale, lower the right foot down and follow your left. Crawl towards your legs until you're kind of sitting more on your hip bones than on the outside of it. Bring the right hand down next to the right foot. And as you breathe in, lift your left hand up high. Exhale, maybe lean over towards the bottom of the mat. One more breath in, open out through your left side. Exhale, bring the left hand back to the top of the mat. Roll onto the outside of your left hip and bring the right hand down in front of you. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Maybe connect shoulder and knee. And then exhale, lower the legs, stack the thighs, and keep breathing as you slowly roll onto your front, maybe over your left forearm. Option to keep the heels squeezing in. Place the palms under your shoulders and inhale. Exhale, press through the earth and roll yourself all the way back to a child's pose. This time, when you land in your child's pose, support your head, either with your hands, with a prop, or with the floor. Connect to your breath for 2 full deep rounds. Allow yourself to feel everything. One more full inhale. As we exhale, soften, let go. Inhale, reach the arms forward. And then exhale, walk the hands back towards you. Sit up onto your heels. As we breathe in, rise up onto the shins and lift your hands up high. Exhale, draw the palms down, step the right foot forward, using supports if we need to. This time, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, with or without the assistance of your hands. And with your next inhale, lift the arms up into a high crescent lunge. Both knees are bent. Exhale, dive forward slowly, plant the hands to frame the front foot. And inhale, either step back to tabletop or to downward facing dog. Exhale, straight away. Bend your knees and look forward. Keep the elbows soft. And then inhale, either lower the knees or straighten your legs into a plank pose. Now, exhale, lower your knees down. Inhale, lift your head, bend the elbows, and maybe squeeze the heels in towards your bum. Now exhale, bend the elbows, lower chest and chin to the floor or lower straight to your belly. Inhale in your own way, slide, crawl or worm onto your belly. Draw the shoulders back, squeeze the heels in. With your next exhale, come onto your right forearm, roll onto your right side nice and slowly, and climb up onto your hands. Right elbow stays bent. So we have a few stages here. You can stay in this one, allowing the shoulder to move up towards your ear, lengthening. And you can stay at any one of the stages because we come back through all the poses to get back to here. You can meet us anywhere. So inhale, lift the left knee towards the shoulder, squeeze it in. And exhale, plant the left foot in front of the right shin, follow the feet, and sit up on your hips. Now, as we breathe in, this time lift the left hand up towards the sky, left hand. Keep breathing as you plant the right hand kind of under the shoulder, but then we're going to slide it away towards the top of the mat. Bend that right elbow. Now you have two options, either stay here, lifting your chest, expanding through the upper body, or you can lift your hips and slide the right knee underneath the right hip. So we end up in this modified side plank. Lovely. Still keeping the right elbow soft. Inhale and widen your arms. Exhale, option to lean into the right leg and maybe hover the left toes off the floor. One more inhale here. Nice. Exhale, lower your left foot. You can lower the left hand if you like. Scooch the right leg out of the way and come onto the outside of your right hip. Good. From here now, bring the left hand down in front of you. And inhale, squeeze the left knee in towards your shoulder. Now exhale, stack the legs. And keep breathing as you roll onto your belly nice and slowly. Option to keep the legs straight or lift the feet up, completely up to you. Plant the hands under your shoulders. Next inhale, lift your heart up slowly. Next exhale, drop your feet to the floor, straighten the legs, and slide your way all the way back to Balasana or Child's Pose. Next inhale, rise up slowly, press through the shins and slide the hands back towards you. Rise all the way up, lifting the hands above your head. As you exhale, draw the palms down through the center. And stay for an extra breath, focusing. Allowing yourself to feel before we move again. Inhale, reach the hands up, full half body stretch. And exhale, lean into the right shin, step your left foot forward, maybe bring the hands back down to your heart. Now tuck the right toes, lean forward, lift the right knee with or without assistance from your hands. Next, inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, look forward, hands down to frame the front foot. And inhale, step or slide to downward facing dog. Exhale, bend into your knees and look forward like an animal getting ready to jump. And then inhale, either lower those knees or straighten forward into high plank. Exhale, now lower those knees. And inhale, lift the feet as you bend your elbows. Exhale, lower down in your own way. Inhale, slide your legs back, move your chest forward, worm onto your belly. As you exhale, slide your left arm forward and slowly roll onto your left side. Now as we breathe in, climb up. Plant the right hand in front of you. And as you breathe out, option to squeeze the right shoulder in towards the knee. Stay for a moment, find your breath. And as you exhale, plant the right foot down in front of the left shin. Move towards your legs. This time, keep the left fingers on the floor and inhale to reach your right arm up. You can stay like this, expanding through the chest, or you can slide that left hand away, bend the elbow, and lift up onto your left shin so you move the knee underneath the hip. In this modified side plank, again, inhale, reach the arms wide. Exhale, option to practice balance by lifting up the right foot. One more breath in. Now slowly lower the right foot, move the left knee out the way and lower the left hip. Lowering down, right hand to the floor, inhale, pick the right knee up towards your shoulder. And exhale, Legs together. Roll onto your belly. Nice and slowly. Inhale, straighten out your legs, lower your feet, and curl your heart off the floor. Exhale, move back to child's pose slowly. We'll be there for a couple of breaths, so there's no rush. As soon as you land, support yourself and allow yourself to feel everything. When we stay present and receptive, when we allow all of the feelings to be felt, all of the truths to be heard, the body and mind can absorb and process all of this information. And we want to nurture our true nature, not try to ignore it, but instead listen to our own bodies and allow ourselves to be in the moment as we are, not as we think we should be. Now we have one more round. As before, let's move slowly, staying mindful in every position, listening to the body. If at any point you want to skip over a pose, that is fine. Next, inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. And then exhale, slide or walk them back towards your legs. Rise up. Next, inhale, rise all the way up onto your shins and lift the hands up above the head. So exhale, step the right foot forward, draw the hands down into your chest. Tuck left toes and inhale, lean forward. Should have said keep this stance a little shorter. Lean forward and stand up. So you've lifted that back knee. Can we press through the right foot? Keep breathing. And rise to stand, drawing the left knee up towards your hands. So we've kind of done this one big step from low lunge, lifting the knee all the way up into a balance. Inhale, arms can come wide or up above your head. And then exhale, keep the shoulders plugged in. Start to press your left foot back and reach the arms forward. The arms can be forward, they can be by your sides. Maybe we move into warrior 3 or aeroplane pose for a single inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, lower the left foot, wave open into high crescent lunge. Exhale now, frame your front foot. Hands come all the way down. And inhale, you can step back to downward facing dog. Plant the feet. Exhale, bend the knees to look forward. Inhale, straighten your legs or lower the knees. And exhale, lower your knees now. Inhale, lift the feet, bend the elbows. Exhale, bend them even more and lower your chest and chin. Inhale, slide or worm or crawl onto your belly. Squeeze the feet in, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, move onto your right forearm. Roll onto the right side. As you inhale, start to rise up. Planting that right hand, bending the right elbow. Inhale, lift the left knee just as high as it will go, directing towards the shoulder. Exhale, plant the left foot down, just in front of the right shin. As you breathe in, sit up, walk towards your hips. Keep the right fingers down. And with your next inhale, lift the left arm up. So you can stay like this as before. You can move that hand away, the right hand towards the top of the mat. Keep breathing and stand up onto your right shin. Modified side plank. Inhale here. Option now to, we're going to stack the shoulders over the hips, but rather than trying to climb up from here, which can probably put pressure in the wrong places, we're going to send the bum back, sit the right hip towards the right heel, and then move towards your hips. And then left hand to left thigh, rise up onto your right shin, and lift your right arm up. Nice. If we move through that in a different way, that is perfectly fine. One more inhale, reach the right arm towards the bottom of the mat. And then exhale, slow motion. Come back to center. And then lower down, hips back towards your heel. Plant the right hand down on the earth towards the top of the mat. And as we inhale, again, lift your hips, lift your left hand and move into your modified side plank. Exhale, move that right knee out from under you. Lower the hip down. Lower your left hand to the earth. Next, inhale, lift the left knee up. And then exhale, stack your legs. Slowly roll onto your front. Elbows in by your sides. Take another round of breath in your cobra pose, activating the back of your body. And then exhale, lower the feet if they aren't already. And inhale, glide back or climb through child's pose. So last side of our flow, next inhale, slide the hands towards you. In one motion, rise all the way up and send the fingers up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot forward, draw the hands down. So we want a small space between the heel and the right knee. Tuck the right toes, and with your next breath in, lean forward and lift the right knee up. As you exhale, press through the left foot and maybe draw the right knee towards your hands, picking the right foot up off the ground. Find your balance. Find your arm position, either lift the hands up above your head. Arms can be out to the side, or you can rest onto a trusted piece of furniture. Next, exhale, start to kick your right foot back, like you're trying to stand on the wall. Draw in through your middle and keep your arms as strong as that leg. Exhale, bend your left knee, lower the right foot down. Keep the heel lifted. And inhale, lift your heart and fingers high present. Now exhale, dive forward as slowly as we can. Frame the front foot with your hands. And inhale, step back in your own way, downward facing dog. Exhale, bend those knees and look forward. Inhale, lower or straighten your legs. And then exhale, touch your knees to the floor. Inhale, lift your heels up. You can keep the shins down if you prefer. And exhale, lower your chest to the floor. Inhale, worm onto your belly. Draw the shoulders and the heels towards each other. And now exhale, left forearm down. Roll onto your left side. Climb up slowly using your hands. Now, as before, lean into your left arm, bend the elbow. And inhale, draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Exhale, plant the right foot down in front of your left shin. Sit on your hips. And then keeping your left hand down on the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm up. So remember, you can stay here. You can plant your left hand, bend the elbow, and lift up your hips to stand onto your left knee. Modified side plank. Now from here, inhale, fill up the shape. Exhale, start to stick your bum back towards the left heel. Lower it down. Slide your upper body until it stacks over the hips. Right hand to right leg. And as you inhale, stand up and lift your left arm up high. You're now on your left shin and right foot. Next, exhale, stick your butt back. Reach the left hand forward. Lower it down. Slide the left hand towards the top of the mat. And then from here, as you inhale, lift your right arm up, lift your hips, re-entering your side plank pose. Now as you exhale, move the left knee out the way, lower onto the outside of the left hip, and lower your right hand down. Inhale, right knee towards right shoulder, and exhale, stack the legs. Roll onto your belly, maybe on your forearm, and arrive back in your cobra, maybe with the heels squeezing in towards your bum. So a little different this time. Inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, option to hover your hands off the floor. As you inhale, option to reach the fingers back. If your legs are lifted, we're not trying to catch hold of them. We want to keep the activation in the back of the body. So if you get anywhere near, just touch the fingers to your legs. Keep squeezing and keep breathing. Avoid any compression in your spine. So find your edge. Even just hovering your chest or your chin off the ground creates activation in your back body. One more inhale here. And then exhale, lower your legs. Bring the hands underneath your forehead and lower the forehead down. Arriving here into alligator pose. Connect to your breath and allow it to filter, to rinse through every cell in your body. Observe any sensation, any movement, and do so without judging or trying to change the outcome. Rise when you feel ready, and I hope that you have a relaxing and peaceful week. Thank you so much.